Hello, good evening. Welcome to another cooking demonstration I have. It's not really a demonstration, it's more about a technique, how to properly clean fresh ginger. I don't know if anybody's ever tried to clean ginger with a knife, and it's about impossible without having a lot of waste, but I know a good technique. It's very useful in the kitchen, and I'd like to show you. So here is our ginger, and it's pretty knobby, has a bunch of knobs, so it's hard to trim it with a knife. So what I found is that you take a spoon, you scrape away from yourself, and you clean the ginger like this. Keep on going. Take it in right around the nodules. Scrape one side, get as close as you can. You kind of take it and you tilt it, scrape it away from the ginger. It works really good. Not a lot of waste, and this ginger is pretty expensive. I hate to waste food. So you just go right around the knobs. Be patient and get it all clean. For some spots where it's broken off and set in the store where it's broken off, you might take a knife and trim those spots off. So I just take it and I like that with it. And if you guys can see, it's getting pretty cleaned here. So I just go right around get right in the cracks here, get it all clean. It is a pain in the butt trying to clean it with a knife. So in the kitchen you got to be efficient. I take it and I scrape it off like this. You know, waste is money. You don't want to waste anything, so do not throw away these peelings. I'll tell you what I do with the peelings. Waste nothing. Smells so good. Fresh ginger is so good. So relaxing on the belly. You can candy ginger. I took some maple sugar. Actually, just some water, and I boil the ginger down for about 30-40 minutes till it gets nice and tender. Then I strain the water out, save that water, and then I mix another half a cup of water or so just to cover the ginger. Half a cup of sugar. You can use maple sugar if you want to try it like a little more indigenous, healthy route. So you scrape it all off. So now she's completely clean. You can chop it like this. It's a good little stack it up. Sharp knife. Nice little juliennes of it. Keep your fingers back. I don't know if you guys can see how I'm holding my knife here. You always want to rest the knife along your fingers there, and you push with your back finger. So then right here, proper knife skills save a lot of cutting your fingers. You push with the thumb back there. Get a little closer here and I'll show you guys. So I rest that knife right on my knuckles here. It's my guide. Yep, just like that. Remember, you'll cut yourself more on a dull knife than you want a sharp knife. You have a nice, good sharp knife. Use a nice tri-stone sharpener if you have one. And what I do, once I have my ginger chopped, store in the fridge pretty good. It won't turn brown or anything, oxidize or anything like that. Then with all these trims right here, I take that and I usually make a tea every morning. So I take this, I take the peeled ginger shavings, I take some oranges, and then I put it in a pot. So let me just grab a pot here real fast. I'll show you guys what I do for it. I'll make a little batch of tea up right here. Here's my pot. So today I made that Zanzibar pressed sugarcane drink, which turned out really, really good. I should have videotaped that, but I was kind of in a hurry. So I got some blood oranges here. Very beautiful blood oranges. take out a couple slices, and I use this as a garnish in a little beverage with tonic water. So I'm just gonna throw these. Put this right out of the way. I'm gonna throw these right in the container. Take my peeled garlic shavings. Most people would just throw them away, but no sense of throwing anything away. I'm gonna put a couple more orange slices in there just to make it very citrusy. I'll go ahead and get it started on the stove. And what I do is I fill it up about 3/4 of the way of water right here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the burner here. Move the camera here real fast. Show you guys what I'm doing here. And then what I do is I just bring it up to a rapid boil. Just to steep all that stuff in there. All that ginger, all that oranges, good stuff right there. Be kind of finicky. I'll move over to the other burner here. Over here on this one. There we go. So we'll get that to a rolling boil. Now, candied ginger is very good. I make that. Then once it's boiled on the simple syrup, I take it out. Probably about 20 minutes in the simple syrup. We'll get that sugars really crystallized, and I take it out and I lay it out in a sheet pan to cool. And that simple syrup will harden around the ginger. Then you will be able to take a piece of that and eat it before you go to bed after a big meal. It's really, really refreshing on the belly. Save the syrup too after you drain it off, because you can use that on top of ice cream. Add it to your teas, add it to your coffee to have like a little ginger coffee. So we're gonna let that boil here for a minute. Then once that has come to a boil, I'm going to add some tea to it. This is from Sakari Farms, my friend Spring, Alaska. So I definitely would check out her Facebook page, and she has a lot of healing teas and smoked cedar salts and all kinds of cool stuff. I really recommend checking out her website. Great products, and might as well buy indigenous products. So once this comes to a boil, I'll let it boil, and I'm going to add this, and then we'll be right back. Thank you. All right, folks, welcome back. She's up to a full boil. I'll guys hold this camera up here so you guys can see it a little bit. Up to a full boil. Let that boil. This flavor steep. It doesn't take long for it all to come together. I'm going to try it a little bit and make sure, see how it tastes. Oh, it smells really good. Very citrusy. I'm going to turn it down to low. Like I said, now I'm going to take some of this tea right here. Go ahead and add that. Very beautiful. It's got blueberries. It's got blueberries, jasmine, wild rose, bachelor buttons. It's all organic. We're gonna let that come to a boil. We're gonna turn it off and let that steep now. Let that steep. That all infused. Oh, it smells so good. So I'll drink a cup tonight before I go to bed. I also want to show you this, the candied ginger. Turned out really good. I don't know if anybody can see that there, but it's all coated in sugar. Another piece right here. So I like to add some of that to my teas. I don't add no ginger rind, so really refreshing, really good. And what I do after this is I get a little strainer, fine C strainer. I'm gonna grab that real fast. Got my strainer, and I have my bowl. Over this side now, so everybody can see. Yeah, put it up here. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to figure all this camera stuff out. Put this back here like that. Let that steep for a minute. Yeah, I've been trying to make a lot more teas with everything that's happening here, so it's real refreshing. There we go. Real refreshing, really healthy. Also, I add a little chamomile tea packets to this instead of this mix right here. If you have some chamomile tea, so it's really good. I kind of squish the oranges, get all the flavor out of them. Push it all out. We're gonna strain it, so it ain't no big deal. So then I usually sweeten it up with just a little honey. I got this honey at the farmer's market. Florales honey. It's actually a sage blossom honey. So it's really good. First time I'm opening it. Oh, just the aroma of it smells so good. So I'll add a little bit of this honey to it, just to sweeten it up a little bit. Put that in there. A little sage blossom honey. Met this guy at the farmer's market. Very good product. So, at the Pomona market, then I'm just going to go ahead and strain this. So those were leftover orange peels I had from my little beverage tonight. My Zanzibar pressed sugarcane drink. So I'm going to let that strain. You can find this cheap stuff on this app called Let It Go. Actually, I got 3-piece strainers, so I ended up getting them for $5. Then I also, I don't have a car out here, so I had the people bring it to me, so I told them I'd give them $8 total, and they were all about it. So that was pretty nice of them to bring it to me. So after that, I'll grab my cup. We'll go ahead and scoop a little bit out here. So tonight I hope you guys enjoyed my little video on how to prepare fresh ginger. We're scraping it off. And also how I utilize all my products in the kitchen. I try to waste nothing. So here's my beautiful tea right here. Oh, yeah, just spilled a little bit. It's alright, so this will help me. Very good. Very good products. I'm actually going to add just a little bit more honey from this sage blossom honey from Flores Farm. Try not to use any kind of refined sugars. Really trying to manage my diabetes a lot better. And with me cooking healthy and having a whole new approach to life has been really helpful for me. So again, guys, I hope you like this. Any suggestions on what to do? I got a suggestion for cucumber, tomato, Italian style. I got some Middle Eastern dishes that I'm going to prepare and videotape from some suggestions from my friend Scott Wood and Amanda Oldman wanted cucumbers, tomatoes. So please send me ideas what you guys want for me to cook up. I'm also going to do some indigenous recipes. One of them is going to be a wild rice, Three Sister wild rice salad that I used at the farmer's market last year. It was a big hit. So it's squash, beans, corn, then of course with wild rice. Then I also took maple syrup and I infused sage with it, and that was my dressing. I used that infused syrup with just a little bit of red onion. What else did I put in there? A little sunflower oil, make like a little vinaigrette. Then I mixed it all together. Then I also put in some toasted pumpkin seeds. So it was a really good salad. I'm going to try to do a couple of my other market samples I did last year at the market. A wild rice cookie with like an oatmeal flavor seasoning. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys are enjoying these because I sure am. Thank you. Hello everyone. I'd like to show another thing today. Last night I did some shiitake and oyster mushrooms, so I saved the stems. So I'm going to do a little simple mushroom stock or broth. So the first thing I want to do is to show you that I already have the carrots and onions cut up. And also, I'm going to show you the proper way to cut an onion. So you start off by peeling it, taking the core out, and you slice it real thin like this across it. This helps you utilize all the onion. A good stock ratio is half onion, quarter celery, quarter carrots. So get rid of that in there, and then we turn it sideways like that. And just do slices. I like everything cut the same size. There's my onions. That's what we call a mirepoix, or the good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my little pot here. So the mushroom stems I got is shiitake, oyster. So right here's the mushrooms. Go ahead and put them in there with it. Make a simple little broth. I'm gonna cover it with cold water. Put a little bit of pepper in there, a couple of juniper berries, and then also I got some fresh rosemary that when I was out in LA today, walking around, I found some rosemary bushes up in one of these parks up by the Hollywood sign. So it was really cool. So I picked it. Looked pretty safe. Looked like no one was really spraying anything around it. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and put some cold water. You always start off a stock with cold water. I'm just gonna lightly cover it, and I'm gonna go ahead and slowly bring it up to a boil. Well, I filled up. Go ahead and get her turned on. Turn it on low, and then we'll bring it up to boil. Like I said, I don't like to waste anything, so I'll save this broth. Might even drink it, make a little tea out of it. Maybe I'll cook some pasta, some macaroni or something just to do with it. Maybe I'll cook some white rice in that broth. Not quite sure what I'm going to have for dinner yet tomorrow night, but I just wanted to show you the simple process. Remember, when you're doing stocks, you always want to have 50% onion, 25% carrot, 25% celery. Then whatever you're going to add, there's different kinds of stocks. There's chicken stock, beef stock, fish fumet, which is a fish stock. So there's the same ratio for the mirepoix. One of the things I like to do for my chicken, you can have a white chicken stock or a dark chicken stock. You can roast the bones for the chicken. It brings out a lot more flavor, which I like. It is a little darker, produces a better a stock, more flavorful. Most stocks usually put what we call a bouquet sachet, which is bay leaf, peppercorns, parsley stems, and garlic. Got a brain fart. So tonight I'm just going to add some juniper berries, which I got down here. My juniper berries gives it an interesting flavor. I'm going to add a really good flavor. I'm going to add a couple of those to it. I don't have fresh peppercorns, so I'm going to add a little pepper to it. Bring it all up to a boil. Make this sodium free. You can add tomato scraps and tomato ends if you got them. I always save everything. If you have pepper, when you're cleaning a green pepper or anything like that, you can save some of that, the top to it where it's not really that edible. You can throw that in there. So a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna give this a little stir. Give her a little stir here. Show you what it looks like on the inside. Looks pretty good. pretty good here. I gotta get me like a little selfie thing so I can do some better videos here. We're just gonna let that come up to a boil, simmer for about 15-20 minutes. I don't have much right here, but it's, like I said, it's worth saving. So appreciate it, folks, and you guys have another great night.